All right, so are you ready to dive into this really vibrant world of vallenato music?
I'm ready.
You're curious about Egidio Cuadrado, and
Yeah.
let me tell you, his story's basically like a masterclass in how a super unique musical talent
It is.
can ripple out from a small town
Mhm.
to captivate the globe.
Totally.
We've got his journey all mapped out from his
Uh-huh.
early days soaking up the sounds of Villanueva, which was his hometown,
Yeah.
to hitting the big time with the Colombian icon Carlos Vives.
Yeah. What always fascinates me about Egidio's journey is how closely it intertwines with the evolution of vallenato itself. You've got this genre that's so steeped in tradition,
Right.
yet he manages to honor that while injecting his own style and through high-profile collaborations, propelling it onto the world stage.
Right. And Villanueva really is the heart and soul of vallenato, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to imagine a more musically charged atmosphere to grow up
Oh,
in.
it's absolutely Villanueva.
Yeah.
Nestled in Colombia's La Guajira region is practically synonymous with vallenato.
Right.
For Egidio, this wasn't just background noise.
Yeah.
It was in his DNA.
Yeah.
We're talking family members,
Mm-hmm.
like his father, Raphael,
Yeah.
who were deeply passionate about this music.
Right.
Little Egidio was practically raised on it.
I've read that his fascination with the accordion, the heart of vallenato, started incredibly young.
It did. Like he
Really?
was just,
It's like he was captivated by the sounds of those local vallenato legends he heard all around him.
Yeah.
Imagine this little kid totally absorbed, teaching himself to play just by listening and mimicking his musical heroes.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't some strategic career move. It was
Yeah.
pure passion driving him from the get-go.
100%. He was playing local festivals, honing his skills organically.
Wow.
This is the kind of story you hear about with musical greats, that immersion in their community's sounds.
Right. So we've got this prodigy rising up in Villanueva.
Already making waves locally, but then things take a really interesting turn.
Okay.
This is where Carlos Vives enters the picture
Yeah.
with the iconic Colombian television series Escalona.
Yes.
For anyone not familiar, it's a hit show from the 90s about the life of the legendary vallenato songwriter Rafael Escalona.
Escalona wasn't just a TV show. It was a cultural phenomenon in Colombia.
Wow.
Every household was tuned in,
Yeah.
and Carlos Vives, who played Escalona, knew that he needed the music to be absolutely perfect
Right.
to do the story justice.
Yeah.
His decision to bring Egidio Cuadrado on board,
Yeah.
pure genius.
Yeah.
It ended up being a turning point in both of their careers.
They were a match made in musical heaven.
Yes.
What I find so fascinating is how Egidio's playing just breathed new life into Escalona's compositions.
It did.
It wasn't just about technical skill,
Right.
though he clearly had that in abundance. It was the feeling that he poured into every note.
You're absolutely right. Vives recognized Egidio's incredible talent, but also that deep understanding of traditional vallenato.
Right.
This wasn't just playing the right notes. It was about capturing the very soul of the music,
Yes.
making Escalona's compositions truly come alive for the audience.
Yes, I do. It's almost as if Egidio was born to play this music.
Oh, yeah.
His playing added a whole other dimension to Escalona.
Totally.
Didn't it contribute to the show's massive success?
It absolutely did. And it's interesting because Egidio's playing wasn't just about amplifying the emotional impact of the show's storyline.
Right.
It was also subtly shaping how people perceive vallenato itself.
Right.
This was especially true for those who were new to the genre.
You're right. It was like he was bridging the gap between tradition and this whole new generation of listeners who were discovering vallenato for the first time through Escalona.
Right.
What do you think it was about his style that resonated so broadly?
Well, I mean, he had this incredible ability to honor those deep traditional sounds.
Yeah.
But you can also hear a touch of modernity in his playing. It wasn't about radically changing vallenato.
Yeah.
It was about making it relevant and relatable to a wider audience.
And Escalona exploded in popularity.
He did.
It's amazing how music can do that, become so intertwined with people's lives.
Yeah.
I bet you hearing those melodies, even today, transports people back to that time.
Absolutely. And that's the mark of a true musician, someone like Egidio, who can channel that raw emotion through their instrument. He connected with people on a visceral level.
Wow.
Night after night, performance after performance. He wasn't just up there playing. He was sharing something deeply personal.
So we've got this incredible vallenato resurgence happening, largely thanks to the magic of Escalona.
Right.
But then Egidio and Carlos Vives, they didn't just stop there, did they?
No, they didn't.
Their collaboration took on a life of its own.
It really did, and this
Hmm.
is where their work together goes from incredible to legendary.
Okay.
The album Clásicos de la Provincia,
Yeah.
a complete game changer for vallenato.
Wow.
You've got V's with Egidio right by his side, taking these traditional vallenato songs,
Mm-hmm.
many of which were already well-known and loved, and they infused them with these unexpected modern elements.
Right.
What they created was new and groundbreaking.
I can only imagine they took the soul of Colombian music,
Yeah.
gave it a shake-up,
Uh-huh.
and outpoured this fusion of sounds that captured imaginations.
It's that perfect balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can hear Egidio's respect for traditional vallenato in every note he plays,
Yeah.
but there's also this undeniable energy, this modern flair.
Mm-hmm.
That's what grabs you.
I love that. It's that magical ability to take something already so powerful
Yeah.
and give it even broader appeal without sacrificing what makes it special.
Right.
And they didn't stop with Clásicos de la Provincia.
Yeah.
The hits just kept coming, La Tierra del Olvido, de Jaime Antrar.
Yep.
These albums solidified their place in music history.
For sure. And it's important to note that throughout all of this, Egidio's accordion playing remained a constant.
Yeah.
He wasn't just adapting to a new sound. Right. He was weaving the very essence of vallenato into these incredibly popular modern tracks.
He became synonymous with this new wave of Colombian music.
Yeah,
That accordion sound was instantly recognizable as Egidio Cuadrado.
that's right.
Their music was reaching audiences they could only have dreamed of back in Villanueva.
Exactly. When you think about it, Egidio's journey is a testament to the power of passion, talent, and never losing sight of your roots.
Yeah.
It reminds us that music at its core has this incredible power to transcend borders and connect with people from all walks of life.
It makes you realize just how powerful music can be.
It really does.
Yeah.
And what's so inspiring about Egidio's story is that even as he's achieving this incredible global success,
Yeah.
he never abandons his roots.
Yeah.
He could have easily gone in a completely different direction.
Right.
But that commitment to vallenato shines through in every note he plays.
It's like he's a guardian of tradition, ensuring it not only survives, but thrives in a modern world. So as we wrap up this incredible deep dive into Egidio Cuadrado's life and music, what would you say his biggest legacy is? What lasting mark has he left on the world of music?
That's a great question. For me, it's twofold. On one hand, he takes vallenato global.
Mm-hmm.
He brings these incredibly rich rhythms and stories
Yeah.
to a global audience who might never have experienced them otherwise.
Right.
Through his music, he shows the world that a genre rooted in a small town in Colombia can touch hearts across continents.
He opens this window into a culture many people knew nothing about,
Yes.
and what they hear through that window is the soul of a nation.
Absolutely. And on the other hand, he's this incredible inspiration
Yeah.
for countless musicians, both within vallenato and beyond.
Hmm.
He shows the world that you can stay true to your heritage, to those deep musical roots, while still pushing boundaries and creating something fresh and exciting.
He proves that tradition and innovation don't have to be at odds with each other.
It's exactly. Egidio's journey reminds us that every note, every rhythm carries a story. And as listeners, as music lovers, it's up to us to keep those stories alive. Now, what other hidden musical gems are out there just waiting to be discovered? What cultural treasures could we be sharing with the world? That's something to think about. Until next time, keep exploring and keep those ears open for the stories hidden within the music.